I don't remember exactly why I stopped uploading videos back then, but instead of now starting randomly, I thought, why not start where I left off? So, this is the part 2 of my journey on contributing to open source projects. Maybe I was caught up in something, but now let's straight dive into it. चल जा भाई. We have already set up the project locally, right? And also we have an issue to work on. So for example, like I'm showing you a issue that I already fixed. So let's say you have to work on these type of issues. Then first of all, create a branch for this, and then in that branch try to fix that issue. So generally for smaller issues, I don't read entire code base, or I don't go too deep in that code base. I just find that specific component that is related to that issue. Yeah, of course, for like bigger issues or bigger features, we need to go deep into the code base, right? But for smaller issues, we don't need to do that. When I was contributing, so my main goal was to build my portfolio and get a remote job by contributing to open source projects. But now I don't contribute as often anymore. But I will share it with you the examples that how I contributed and how I used to approach them, how I approach the issues and how I used to fix them. That I can share with you with the examples. So after creating the branch, start finding that specific component or few components that are related to that issue, and then try to find out like what are the issues and how you can fix them. Like for example, in this was a simple like issue. I just need to add compact view in the opportunities and this section. So they have already mentioned where I need to check it out, the component, and where I need to fix that. So all of these things are already mentioned, and also there were the Figma design so that I can see the designs. So after understanding the issue that I need to add compact view in this, and also I have to add animations and some other stuff, I just located the relevant files, I added changes to that, and I created pull request. You can commit while you work, but sometimes you will experiment and won't be sure about your final changes. So in that case, like for smaller issues, I usually finish the fix first and then I create a clean commit. But for bigger issues, it's better to commit regularly as you move forward. This makes like easier to track changes and roll back if we need it, right? So these were all the changes that I made. So these are all the file changes you can see, and also these are all the commit messages that I added. Once you are done with your changes, then test it thoroughly, check that everything is working as expected, and then commit your changes and create the PR. Also, I will highly recommend you to learn Git and GitHub properly, because this is very important. Like you don't need to dedicate extra time for that. You can learn all these things as you are working on these projects. If you are unsure about the commands, then simply you can write all these messages, that how you can create a branch, how to add files, how to commit messages, how to push, everything you can write into any LLM, and then you can ask there, and you will find all the commands there. So you don't need to remember all those things. Just you need to understand the concept that yeah, you can add files, you can commit files, you can create PR, you can create branch, and why you need to create all these things. These concepts you need to understand. Commands you can find easily. You can like in one Google search on in one you can search on any LLM and they will give you all the commands. So just try to understand the concepts there. So after making changes in that branch, push that branch to GitHub, and then by this way, like you can create a new pull request to the original GitHub repo in which you were contributing. So this is your local repo in which you have created a branch, and in that branch you are trying to create a PR. So now you are creating the PR to actual repo. So you can write all the messages, title, description, all these things, screenshots, videos, all these things you can mention here, and then you can create the PR. So this was my PR, you can see here, and here I added like what issues I fixed, and I added the video that how it is working now. And then like the maintainers of this repo messaged me and added some comments there that what things I did not like done correctly, I need to fix again. So I communicated with them, and then this guy added that this guy commented that if I can add the animation as well. So yeah, I added that as well, and after that they approved that PR. So by this way, like you need to also update the changes as they tell you. So just create the PR, ask the reviewers, maintainers to review your PR, and then they will check your PR, and then they will add some comments if they will find some issues. Otherwise, like they will approve, and that PR you can merge. This is just a one way to create the PRs. You can also directly create the PRs into the GitHub repository if you have access to that. But I generally prefer this. I first fork the repo, and then I create a branch in that, and then I create PR. But you can like do directly as well, whatever suits you best. Let me show you some more examples, the issues that I fixed. So here they wanted to add a drag and drop feature. So in this PR, like I changed all the files. All the files I changed. I added all the commits properly, and then there were a long discussion. Like I did not like they want some different way to add the drag and drop, and I added different from some different way. So there was a long discussion about that, and then finally this PR get merged. And these were some small issues. So like danger zone section, so there we need to edit something, so that I did there. That was very small change. So I just added some icons and some icons and text and button, I guess. And then this branch was also get merged. And here this was also a very small issue, in which like the scroll bar corner background was not transparent. So I just set that transparent like this way. So, and also this was also issue. I am not able to remember exactly what was that, but this was also some computing new position related to that. So this is also I fixed in this. And there are some more issues that I fixed. The process is same. I just read the issue, I tried to understand that, then I created a branch for that, then I pushed that branch, I created PR, then there was some discussion, that then I talked with them, and then after that they approved the PR. And if there were any changes, then I made those changes, and then the PR got approved, and then it was merged. So the process was same for all of these. And later when I got full-time remote job, then I stopped contributing to open source projects, mainly because I don't have that much time, and also like there is no purpose behind contributing to open source projects anymore for me specifically. But contributing is just not like writing the code, making the changes, and then pushing to GitHub and creating the PR. There are many other things as well behind that are also important, like writing proper commit messages, writing proper description, creating good PR, and communicating well, like co-programming and working with other developers. These things are very important as well in contributing open source. And also for like if you are working any job, then also these things are very important. Few days back here, a company hired a developer from India, and he was working remotely. Technically he was good, like he was working good, but the issue was they fired him in 2 or 3 days because he created a 3000 line of PR, and his communications were also not great. He was able to speak, but he was not able to convey the messages properly, and also he was not able to collaborate with other developers properly. And creating a good PR is also a thing, right? He created 3000 lines of PR, so who will read that? And that was not properly structured as well. So that's why they fired him in 2 days. Like coding, development, programming, these skills are most important, right? These are most important, no doubt in that. But with these, communication, teamwork, creating good PRs, and creating proper documentations, or like conveying the messages properly, these things are also very important. We will talk more about these things, that how to create a good PR, how to talk effectively or communicate effectively, how to work well in a team. So these things we will talk more in upcoming videos. But for now, for this video, this is it.